Are curses real? This is Woo Woo Wednesday. I'm Dr. Jane, joined by the beautiful, wonderful Davy Jade. Hello.
Hi, good to see you guys. Hello, Jane. How are you doing?
Hello. I'm good today. How are you?
I'm great.
Well, a couple Wednesdays ago, of course you are. I'm great. A couple Wednesdays ago, we were talking about ghosts and paranormal activity, and toward the end of that Woo Woo Wednesday, we started talking about curses, and I was like, stop! We don't have time for this today. Here we are.
Mm-hmm.
It is curse day. Not really. It's the day that we're going to talk about curses.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, curses, are they real? The fact of the matter is they are, because words are really, really powerful. And when you say certain things with the energy, that kind of energy behind it, you really can do damage to people. And then if you additionally go to some of these books that say, this is how to curse your boyfriend, this is how to curse the ex-girlfriend, this is how to curse, whatever they're saying, the family or whatever. Some of those, unfortunately, I have to say, some of those do work. And then there's others, thank goodness, that they don't. And
well, I mean, there's one thing, like, if somebody is thinking, let me curse this person because they've wronged me, I just want to point out, you have no idea the negativity that you're bringing on yourself in your future reality, whether that person's part of it or not. So please don't go there.
Yeah, I would agree with that. And so I know you guys want to go with the woo-woo thing, because we can tell you what to do, not what to do all day. But it's like, well, who has really been cursed? And
yeah, how do you tell, and what do you do?
Well, I'm going to tell you, the Kennedys really do have a real curse on them.
Yeah.
They really do. There's this amazing book that I read years ago, and I think it's still in print. I'm not sure, but it was a story with a lot of truth type of thing in there. Mm-hmm. And it alluded to that particular family and everything that was going on. It was very evident it was them. And because Irish and certain indigenous people know how to lay curses really well. And they did.
I come from a long line of hot-headed Irish people.
Well, there you go. See? So they laid a curse on that family that every firstborn boy would die, so that the line would flatten out. And it's happened. Yeah. We're down to almost nothing.
Yeah.
So whether it came through different kinds of means, of which that's very controversial, all the things that have happened with them, but overall, yes, it absolutely has happened.
So there have been a couple of situations in my life that there was actually someone who cursed a place where I worked when I was much younger. And wow. She literally came into the lobby of the place and threw a curse at it. And I'll tell you, that was real. And I mean, that predated me by 12 to 15 years, but the curse was real. It was so real. So can you get out from underneath that? Like, could the Kennedys get out from underneath that? Can this workplace that is still cursed, how do you break it? Or how do you live with the energy, and can you recycle it to be good?
No, I think honestly, it depends on who laid it and how they laid it, because I've had to break a few curses, and the one that I can remember the most was somebody that came to me years ago in that place that shall not be named, that I keep telling you guys about. It was really a decent little place, actually, but she came to me and she had health problems. To this day, she still has health problems. And she was a fantastic, very, very talented artist. And she came from a very wealthy family, and she got in with the wrong group. And I'm not going to say what it was, but it was a cult. And that was kind of the order of the day. And she was laying these curses along with them. But then what happened is when she wanted to break out, they let all that boomerang back on her. And I had to do so much intricate, really weird type of work that I was guided by divine instruction, and it was very, very strange. And it took like a couple of months, and I had to be exact to pull it off of her because the person that had laid it on her was in the grave. So I basically had to go to that energy and work with that energy too. And I will say to this, and there were certain things she was still holding on to. I had to tell her to get rid of all of it. I had to do a lot of things. There was a little bit of participation on her part, but even at that, and it totally broke the curse because she'd already had a lot of health issues, and her mind was still set into that guy because it's a programming, it's a deep, deep programming. It was not easy. And I talked to her maybe a few months ago, but every once in a while she'll come in, and she just never, unfortunately, ever did get well. So you don't want to get into groups that do that. You don't want to participate in it. I know our little thing of like what not to do again, but they really are real.
Don't join a cult.
Yeah, don't join a cult.
How else? If you feel as though you're in a generational family curse, anything like that, how do you, I mean, is it seeking you out, to let the people know what's going on? Should they reach out to us and say, how can we communicate on this, or what?
Yeah, actually that's good, because you can't just go to the typical shaman and think that that person's going to do it. I know I do that quotation thing a lot, but right now everyone says I took 5 classes, or I went and did ayahuasca, so I know I'm that, or I've watched somebody else do the tarot, so I know that I'm actually an expert now. And maybe the person that they did the tarot with doesn't even know what they're doing. So you've got to really go to people that understand that and work with that kind of energy. I happen to work with that kind of energy, even as a healer. It just happens. I told you guys this a long time ago when we first started. That's very unusual. Usually work with one or the other. I just happen to be able to do both of those things. And I usually don't want you, if I do go to break the curse or get rid of something that's really in that genre, I'll pretty much have the person leave for a while and just sit with the pipe or whatever else I'm instructed to do. The pipe is the Native American medicine pipe, which I've told you guys about.
Yeah.
But sometimes what happens is they'll do it and then they'll bury it somewhere. And so when you bury that, I mean, where are you going to find it? So energetically, I've got to go in there and figure out where it is, and then break the energy lines. And I know you think, oh, I could read the book that says cutting cords. No, it doesn't work like that. In fact, what it does actually is it's almost like, I mean, it almost draws you back into it so it can anchor you even stronger. Yeah. So don't play with that kind of fire. I had another person that a family curse you're talking about, a ring was cursed. And I didn't even know this person. We happened to be in the post office one day. And for whatever reason, this person said, yeah, I got this ring. I was going to give it to my fiance. I felt really funny about it. It's got a legendary curse on it. And I'm like,
then don't give it to your fiance.
No, and I didn't even know him. And I said, well, give me more. I said, I do this. I mean, that's how divine these things can be. I said, absolutely do this. I told him what to do. And he said, and then I said, contact me and let me know how it goes. I literally was told the instructions of what to do for him right there. And he called me back and he said, that actually worked and I don't feel that energy anymore. So it broke it. Yeah. But yeah, Italians are really good at laying curses.
And that really.
Oh yeah.
So that's interesting, because I'm all about, and I've just recently gone through, and I do, if anybody's been following us for a while, or me, or our practice, they've done our environments. They know I'm always talking about the 9 environments. And so I go through and I do environmental scans personally. I carry other people through them, but I just recently, usually in the fall, is when I feel like I should do my physical environment, which is, all the stuff around you. And this year I decided to do a really severe purge. And I felt such weight lifted. I let go of some sentimental family things. But as they left, the entire energy in my home shifted. And I have good energy in my home anyway, great family, lots of love. But there have been several little, I would say, pockets of things that were puzzling that didn't fit in with everything else. And as I've released these things, they've gone. So it has me wondering, were they connected to anything like that?
Yeah, I mean, everything that we touch and everything that we do, has energy. That's why, when people go into houses like older homes, they feel very uncomfortable. And
Yeah.
that doesn't mean in particular that the house was laid a curse, although you can tell if certain properties are like that because the house just seems to feel like it's dead.
Yeah.
And that's too bad. And there, so let me just say this. Can you lay a curse pretty quickly? And that wraps me around to the beginning of like, yeah, you absolutely can. If you say, I want you to die. I literally, there's sometimes clients when they have, I don't mind if you come and you're venting because people vent, we get mad, we say things we don't mean. But every once in a while, I'll get a client that says something so intensely, I literally have to say, you had better take that back right now.
And can you?
Yeah. I said, because if you don't, I'm going to tell you that is going to happen and you are going to have to live with it. I don't want to. I said, I'm telling you, you better take it back right now. You better take it back. And I myself, if I help people, which I always do, and people don't, there's been a couple people that didn't get what they wanted. They said, I had one lady, for whatever reason, she was weirdly jealous. That's usually where it comes from, is you've got all this jealousy going on. And she said, I curse you, you were after my husband. I'm thinking, dude, I wouldn't even look at your husband if you paid my ass.
I'm good.
Yeah, no. So, but she said that, and she said it in front of people that were like that I did things with. And I stood up and I said, I will never speak to you again. How dare you? So if anybody ever says that to me, which it's been said to me 3 times in my whole life.
You're after my husband. I will never say that to you.
Not even that. It's I curse you. You are cursed. If they say those words to me, I'm done.
Yeah.
I don't even care if we're walking down the street and they give me the little wave, the parade wave.
You'll be like,
I'll never.
The parade wave. Wait, do the parade wave.
So yeah, no. So I that's it. I won't speak to them because their energy behind that is really, it comes down to horrid jealousy bordered on, I'm just going to pull something out from
under. It's just intentionally destructive.
Yeah, that she's being nice. I'm being blunt.
It's not rooted in anything positive. It's rooted in jealousy, fear, hatred. I mean, it's rooted in all sorts of negative energies. And so there's no reason to even go there. If you're jealous of someone, figure out what need you want to be met, and then go out there, get your butt to work and meet that need. But it's not, if Jade has something that I want, it's not Jade's problem that I don't have it. It's Jane's problem that I don't have it. And I need to recognize what it is that I admire. Instead of being jealous and tear her down, I need to appreciate and revere the thing that I respect, and then figure out what's my version of that and how do I attract that into my life. I just think that it all boils back down to low emotional intelligence and people who just don't adult well.
This came to me while you were saying that, so I wanted to, obviously hear what you had to say, because with Jane, it's good because she's giving you the practical means. But when we're in these fits of jealousy, there's no means. But the question came in my head that somebody might say, well, can you curse yourself? And actually you can. You can. And it's not by always saying, I hate myself, I hate myself. I mean, that does little by little, by little, by little, by little, you are cursing yourself. You really are. But you can do things to yourself. And let's just say, again, I'm going to tell it because we're in the October. Well, we're a little bit. Are we in November?
We're in November.
Yeah, but it's
November now, honey.
Oh, I forgot. I'm still over there in the last month. So
it's just a couple days. It's just a couple days in. You're fine. Yeah,
we're still in the opening.
You do need to flip your calendar page.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, so I must be still in the Halloweeny party thing. So you don't want to do that, you guys. You don't want to say negative, because the more you do, then you will be cursing yourself. But you can say things to yourself that can pull your energy apart and away from you and become more disassociated with yourself, which I guess is kind of practical as well. But yeah, please do what you can. And if you feel like you're into that level of where you have that much pain, seek somebody out to assist you. Yeah.
Our contact information is always in the description of the video. So if you are feeling like that, or if you have questions about any of this, leave comments, reach out to us. We're here. It's what we are here.
Here. Okay.
We're here. Fantastic. Well, if this has been entertaining in any way, of any use to you, give us a thumbs up. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, and then also hit the bell. The bell is going to let you know the next time that we drop a Woo Woo Wednesday video just for you, or any of our other videos to help you live a life with more success and lower stress.
Hey, before we get off, she's got to go over this again, the little tagline, because I really have to butt in. We would love to have this on a podcast. So if you would like that, and you think that would even more beneficial for you, because you could just roll down the road and listen to us jabber away, please let us know, because that's going to help us too.
Yeah, absolutely. Or you could just not watch the video but listen to it as you roll down the road. You can do both of them. Right. We do. Yeah, we've been talking about a woo woo podcast, so if you like that idea, let us know.
Thank you.